Hey, welcome back, my amazing students. This is the Python mentor here, helping you master Python step by step. So on this lecture, we're gonna learn about another design pattern called the factory pattern. Now, in the last lecture, we learned about the singleton, and that was a really good lecture. For those of you that haven't watched it, go ahead and go back on the description. Let's go on the description of this video. You can click on the link on the playlist, and you can find that video there. It should be a number before this video here. I don't know what number this one is, but it should be a number before this one, all right, in the playlist. Anyway, so the factory pattern here is a creational design pattern. Basically, it's all about objects, how objects are created. It provides a central place, the factory, all right, that decides what kind of object it needs to create. And let's go ahead and create a different class here. So that way, I can give you an example how this actually works. So this, we're gonna call this account factory. This class here is gonna be in charge of creating many different accounts, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this static method here because what I want to accomplish is that I do not want to create an instance every time that I want to use some methods, all right? I want to just use the class directly, okay? So what I could do here, let's go and create a function. Let's say create account. And we're gonna be passing in the account type here, and then we're gonna be passing in the name. Simple as that, all right? And we're gonna say here, this is where the magic happens, right? So we're gonna say if the account type is, let's say, equals to savings, hold on. Savings, then I want to do something, right? Whatever that is, we'll create the account. We do the logic here, and it creates the account and so on. And then what I'll do is I'll return the bank account, all right? And let's just put something super cool here so we can see it, savings account. And then let's just pass in here the name that's gonna come in of the user. And then at the end, we'll just give it his savings. So let's just give Jose $2,000, all right? And then here, we'll do if, and we'll do something very similar here, but we'll go ahead and create another account. I'm just gonna do this account and that's it, all right? We could keep creating more accounts and more accounts, but no, I'm not gonna do that. And I always say I'm not gonna do that, and I still end up doing it, right? I don't know if you ever watch some of my other videos, but I do that all the time, guys. Sorry, I just got to make things a little, creative here because, typing for long periods of times and by yourself gets lonely. So I need to make jokes so you guys can actually laugh here, right? And then we'll create an else statement here real quick. And what I'm going to do with this else statement is I'm going to raise a value error here. I'm going to say, well, for some reason, we're trying to create a different account. We'll say here, unknown account type. Simple as that, right? Boom. All right. So down here, I could, let's say A1 is going to be account number 1. And let's go directly and access the account factory. And let's call that create account method. Now we'll say, well, I want to create a savings account, and it's going to be for Jose. All right, let's put a uppercase J there. All right, and now what I can do is I can say print the account number 1. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And you can see that savings account for Jose has a balance of $2,000. Right? So if I go ahead and create a second account here, and I do this for Maria, you guessed it. Wow, you guys, unbelievable. You guys guessed what I was gonna do there, right? Those of you that actually know Maria and Jose from the course. Anyway, from the lectures. So you can see now that Maria has a balance of 2,000 as well. That sucks. Maria should have a balance of 5,000, right? So let's go ahead and make sure Maria has a premium account. There we go. All righty. Boom. You can see Maria now has $5,000. Maria, for some reason, is making a lot of good money right here, right? So do you guys get the point? We got a central location here where we create this functionality. It's super, super, super cool, right? So this factory here, this central location, we decide what kind of object to create instead of having the new method and all the stuff floating around. We are deciding here. So we have a little factory here. So this is the factory pattern. It's nothing very complicated. I know some instructors make it more complicated than what it actually is, but it's very easy, right? All right. So I always try my best to explain it to you guys as simple as possible. All right. I'm not saying you guys are not very smart. I'm saying you guys are probably beginners and don't know much about this type of concept. But don't worry, I'll get you to those high levels where you're going to be a master. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the future ones. And make sure, guys, you stay consistent. You know, life is about consistency. Whatever you do in life, make sure that you are consistent. Finish what you start. That's one rule that I got. I always have to finish. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I have to finish. It's just mentally. Mentally is a mental exercise, all right? Finish what you start and stay consistent to achieve your goals. Always stay consistent. Build that habit of staying consistent, all right? I'll see you guys on the next lecture, and be consistent.